Hello, hello, and welcome back to another video. Today we're back once again with Genshin Impact. So the plan for today is to continue the story over in Liyue once again. Last time, Child was acting very suspicious, so I'm very interested to see how that turns out. Also, last time in Boo Boo Pharmacy, not only did we meet Chi-Chi, but we also met Baiju. Now he, as you guys have pointed out in the comments, is a Dendro. Now he's the first Dendro character that we've run into, so a lot of you guys have said this is where it starts to get really interesting, so I'm super excited to see where this goes. As always, thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you guys so much for not spoiling anything. You guys have been so amazing at just keeping the comments spoiler free, but keeping it exciting enough for me to read and allowing me to get excited with you. Without further ado, let's get back into the game. And we're back into the game. Now, last time where we left off, we just had a business dinner, or a business date, as some of you guys have said, with our main man, Zhongli. And we got an invitation to, I think it was the Golden Palace, to see Ningguang. So that's going to be interesting. We also met Ganyu, I think it was, who you guys have informed me that is the Coco Goat. Apparently in the community, Ganyu is the Coco Goat. Now I do apologize if I look a little bit tired in this video. I'm absolutely fine, guys. I was just away over the weekend, which is why there was no stream. However, we're back. We'll be all good. Okay, so we made it to the waypoint. Let's grab that. There we go. Wicked. And we still have actually a statue that we haven't got yet over there. I think it's the last bit on the map that we haven't unlocked yet. So we might have to go over there at some point, and hopefully we can grab that. But for now, we're going to stick to the waypoint, which is now telling us to go just over here. Maybe up there, I'm guessing. Oh, okay. I just climbed up.
There! That's the Jade Chamber!
Question is, how do we get up there?
This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
We should have asked that emissary, Ganyu. Yes, we should have done.
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Search for a way up to the Jade Chamber. Let's do it.
Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber.
Maybe it's the way to the Jade Chamber.
Yes, this must be the way.
So, try using the mechanism. Now, I'm pretty sure I have to use Animo to trigger this, because I have seen one of these before. Right, we got our main girl, Sucrose.
Stand clear.
Boom! Yeah, there it is. Okay, whoa.
Huh? It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go.
Yeah, that's still quite far. Best we go back to Liyue and ask the Millilith.
Huh? Why?
The way up shouldn't be a secret, or... Yeah, that's true.
Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there.
Look down where?
Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Paimon, I'm not an arrow. What? I was thinking there's no way she's going to suggest she fires us up with the ballista, but okay. I don't have a death wish. Do you really hate me that much?
No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures.
Yeah. Still, I do remember the ballista has a scope. Yeah, true.
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Okay. I wouldn't advise aiming at the palace, just in case they see that and they're like, why is the ballista aiming at the palace? Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna not with you. Righty, there it is down there, so let's get down a little bit. Is that the Millilith? Are they guarding the ballista now? Hello? It is the Millilith.
Halt! Stop right there!
Ah!
Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
We're just passing through.
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this?
Well done, Paimon.
No. Wait. Maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along.
Get us captured.
She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us.
Okay, Paimon, I was thinking she was going to get us captured and then they were going to take us to the Jade Chamber. But she could also just be trying to capture us, and in general. We haven't explained the invitation to them yet. Yeah, we haven't explained anything yet, Paimon.
Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
Paimon, calm down.
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Paimon, use your... Oh my god, okay. Oh no! This could have been so easily avoided! Aha! Overloaded! Aha! Overloaded again! Overloaded. I love overloaded so much. Look at it go! Alright, there we go.
Who goes there?
Oh, there's more! Okay.
Surrendering will be gentle.
Alright, here we go. The saying goes, if you play with a bull, you get the horns. While in Baron Bunny's case, if you play with the bunny, you blow up. Oh, there's more! Okay, here we go.
You're in for a little
Here we
shock.
go! Big boom!
Tactical.
Zap! Okay, here we go. Finish him off, Amber.
Get bested.
There we go.
Stop! What's all this about?
Oh, okay, Coco Goat's here.
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
We were just looking for a way to the Jade Chamber.
You want to go to the Jade Chamber?
Oh, it's not Coco Goat.
Who are you?
Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Qixing. Who are you?
Thank you, Paimon. Oh, hello.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liu Qixing.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know
Okay.
of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
still a person,
The
Paimon.
Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence.
Fair.
These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Yes, Paimon.
I never would have thought.
Really? Thinking isn't that hard, Paimon.
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
I mean, we didn't repair it, Zhongli did.
That was...
Yeah. Well, she doesn't know Zhongli did, but we do know that Zhongli did it. And if she's concerned a mortal did it... Shh, Paimon, don't complicate the matter. We only did a tiny part of the work there. Yeah, we only did a little bit.
Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that
Oh, God,
Ningguang's
I'm gonna butcher
purpose
that
is to
name.
request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
Wait.
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up.
Yeah, they wonder about the
I'll
cover-up.
say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well,
Why
you've
would they
got a
need to...
point there. Still,
Okay.
this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Yeah.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either
Okay.
way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them.
Okay, so this is just her opinion. This isn't like the Qixing's opinion or like Ningguang's opinion. This is literally just what she thinks. Any chance you could talk it out with them, Ningguang would prefer to negotiate, wouldn't she? I hope so.
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here.
And why?
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler.
Thanks.
You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year.
Okay, but how do we get there?
The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
That's not the point.
But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just to respect Liyue's culture.
Yes.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first.
Thank you.
You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion.
Okay.
And, well then, may we meet again, Traveler.
Okay, cool.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
Fair enough. Yeah, I agree with some, yeah.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her?
You really have shifted focus, haven't you, Paimon?
Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime!
Ew!
Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang.
Slime?
Why don't we go with that for a gift?
So do you have the recipe, and how would we make this thing you dreamt up?
Nope. But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
You know, the more I play this game, the more suspicious I get of characters that I know, and it's... I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, okay, so we're actually going into the new area too. The area we've not been to yet to look for ingredients for Paimon. So that's awesome. We can grab the statue while we're here.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious.
This one?
That's the one.
Okay, thanks, Paimon. All right, that's the slime.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Did you hear that?
It sounded like someone calling for help. It sounded like someone was singing. Two very different things. I'm going to say calling for
It
help.
seems like it came from those ruins over there.
Is that a dude in a
Uh-oh.
cage?
It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Right, I'm going to politely ask. Hi, guys, could you kindly let my friend out of this cage? Oh, nope. They don't want to negotiate. That's fine. Oh, yeah. Here you go, mate. You're right.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers.
No worries, mate.
If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders. When their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Oh.
It was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both.
There's really no need.
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques.
Oh.
I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Your goodwill is good enough for me.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for
Oh,
something.
yeah, we are. Ningguang.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations.
Perfect.
Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Okay.
Great! Paimon's sugar-frosted slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Cool. Okay, I'd like to get the statue before we continue, so I'm going to try and go up to get that. Alrighty, here we go. Yeah, there it is. So that is the entire map as of right now, I believe, opened up, which is awesome. Okay, but for now it wants us to go back to Liyue Harbor, so that's where we're gonna go. Alrighty, let's speak to the jewelry lady. Hello.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it.
Oh, wow.
Thank you both for saving him.
That was quick.
Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business.
Aw.
Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Wow.
It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
That's perfect.
Yep. It's great.
Yep.
Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Whoa.
Sure.
The
Please
audio.
help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Oh, wow.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
Paimon.
It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Oh, that's cute.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful!
Okay, yeah, I'll give it credit. That is cute. I'm still not sold on this gift idea. Yeah, I'm really not, but okay, Paimon.
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.
Okay, look for the guide to the Jade Chamber. Let's do it. Ah, okay, they're up here. Hello!
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
What?
Yes. How many would you like?
Oh.
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
And Dora, yeah.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Ooh.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Oh, hello.
It's Ningguang.
Hi.
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Ah, it's fine.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Yeah, nice place.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue.
Damn.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Are you trying to make a ring around the earth? Like, what's going on? Yeah, they don't like the ambition.
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
So you've been listening.
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Okay.
Wait, was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
That's... We also ran into the Yuang not long ago?
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
I believe so.
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Yeah, I can't blame her for that one. Qixing, that's probably completely wrong, said that the Qixing would not wish ill on Rex Lapis.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Which I'm glad, because I want to hear it from Ningguang's side.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Yeah, it's been mentioned. It has been, I think. Rings a bell.
Many
Yeah.
gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7.
Okay.
You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war.
Wow.
Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon.
Damn.
Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that.
Okay.
Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Yeah, I mean, it's still possible, but why hide the exuvia?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Okay.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
Yeah, do they know who it is?
What do you think, traveler?
Child?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
Paimon, I'm a little bit with you on this
The
one.
scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Enter the Jade Chamber. Okay.
Wowee! What a huge hall!
Whoa!
I've never seen such a fancy place before.
This is so fancy. Wow. Hello, you.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Okay. Is that what I think it is?
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why,
is.
you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
Okay, Kuching. Yeah, between you and her... We didn't really get to speak to her that much, though. I mean, she said she doesn't like the Adepti, but... go on, then.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling.
I mean, both
I
answers were
originally
her.
thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing,
Were they?
I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes.
I might have misread that.
But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But, for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
I surmise that the Fatui have a hand in these rumors. Yeah.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt.
Okay.
With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Paimon! Oh, God.
It's all right. I like direct people.
Okay, fair.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently.
Right.
How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Ooh.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get?
The Exuvia.
One of the sheets on that wall.
One of the sheets on the wall? Why?
Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for.
I thought you'd go for something a bit more
Let's grab one.
useful.
The biggest one.
Okay, pick a piece of paper.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on
Is this
it.
bait? I feel like
Huh?
this was
There's
deliberately
a
put
place
there.
marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here.
Paimon!
Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
Us and the Sigil of Permission? What? It's all unfolding a little too perfectly. Ningguang is clearly trying to steer us there. Yeah, I did, as I said, I think that was deliberately put there.
Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something.
Paimon.
Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there.
A lot has just happened, and there's a lot of suspicion and theories going on in my mind. So we'll just have to see where this goes. So we've got to head to the location marked on the piece of paper. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, so it's actually near somewhere that we've been before. So let's go over there. Ah, right. Okay, I've had a daily commission actually down here, so I roughly know this area. Looks like we've got some dudes to mess with. Now, this is gonna be interesting. I usually like to stick with my story party, but for this I'm going to switch to my main battle party. I don't know if I've shown this in videos, but I've recently switched it from Rosaria, Amber, Barbara, Zhongling to Rosaria, Diona, Bennett, Yanfei, because I got Diona, Bennett, and Yanfei in the last stream, and these guys I wanted to try out, so I decided I'd level them up to level 60 and then try them out just when I do the dailies and stuff. And turns out, with Rosaria, this is a really nice team. We get the double elemental renaissance. So for Pyro and for Cryo, we've got Bennett and Diona for the joint support. Bennett giving increased attack and healing. Diona giving a shield and healing. Yanfei for main DPS and support DPS, with Rosaria being main DPS, support DPS. So it actually works really well together. So I'm going to show you guys a bit of this now. If you're on the streams, you will see me use these different teams. This one's still relatively new, so I'm not sure.
Do we have the location written down on this piece of paper? And they look really mad at us too.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so these guys I actually had a lot of trouble with. You actually find some of them on Dragon Spine. However, with this team, we have a little bit of hiccups here and there, but I tell you what, it's not too bad. There we go, we got rid of the guy's shield. See, now you might see me press E rather than hold it for some of the abilities like Bennett and Diona. Now, sometimes it is just a complete accident. I don't mean to press it, but sometimes I do it just to save time, because if I see an enemy about to do an attack, I will simply just press it to quickly get some of the orbs for the Q, and then I'll move on to, you know, a different character. Diona's a very nice character to get the orbs from with her shield. If I do that and switch to Bennett, Bennett gets a nice handful of points, so very, very nice. And Yanfei being new as well, she's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun using her Pyro DPS. Just high damage, very, very nice with the elemental reaction with Cryo. I love that when you hold Bennett's E, it knocks him backwards. It's so much fun to use. Even if it does hinder you sometimes and you take some unnecessary damage. I go fun over meta any day, so honestly, it's so much fun just throwing myself around. It's super, super funny. I just have fun with it. Sadly, with Pyro enemies, this team doesn't do too well against them. We can brute force it. Survivability is great. We don't have to worry about dying very much, because we can just heal up every few seconds. If Bennett's ult isn't ready or Q isn't ready, then we just switch to Diona. Hello, you.
You can't run. Time for your revenge. Judgment. Yes. Shake it, and
All right, here we go, Bennett. Come on. Boom, boom. Nice. So this team primarily focuses on melt, as you can tell. Very, very cool. I can get some good melt damage in. You can get okay, there it is. There's the prime example. I absolutely adore that. I think that's so funny. But yeah, no, we get some good melt damage in. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see more of like different teams and me trying that sort of stuff and just having fun with different combos and trying out different things, the stream is definitely the best place to see it. Alright, there's that guy. Well done, Rosaria. Absolute queen. Now let's get rid of this Pyro dude. This one's going to take a little bit, but with the magic of editing, it's going to take me 2 seconds. And 2 seconds later, we got him. Here we go.
there are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
Looks like they were copying the pattern on the talismans.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child?
That's what I asked.
Suspicious.
I asked that when, in the episode he gave us the sigil. I wondered how he got it. Now, I think some of you guys said that there is some, you can find out how online. There's a whole bunch of lore, either on the Genshin website or somewhere, that explains a lot of stuff that isn't explained in the game. But I do want to see how much the game will explain first, just so I don't accidentally spoil anything. It's not just a relic.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic.
Yeah, true.
Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect.
Maybe.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Yeah, the Fatui are definitely up to something.
The plot thickens.
Indeed.
We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhang Li soon.
True, the rite of
The
depart,
last stop
the rite
on
of
our
parting.
parting preparation
That's
tour
it.
is Dihua Marsh. Let's go. Paimon hates being late.
Me too. Okay, since we're going back, I've switched back to Traveler and we will go meet with Zhongli. I'm excited. Hello, my man.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Yeah, it was nice.
It was so big and pretty and expensive.
Correct.
Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What
Yes.
did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Yeah, Paimon, you're so easy to buy over. Business people are always friendly when it suits their interests. Yep.
Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
I mean, I didn't mean to say that, but...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing.
Yeah.
Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Yeah. Ningguang is highly intelligent. She's highly ambitious. I mean, she's both highly intelligent.
Yes. She has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
No surprise there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah, I was going to say, we weren't meant to trust the Fatui from Mondstadt either. And now they're trying to reproduce the Sigil of Permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Ooh.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies.
Zhongli, are you trying to say something?
Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now.
Okay.
Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild.
Okay.
Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense.
Okay.
But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
You mean you need me to pick them?
No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them more fragrant.
Oh.
So how good is your singing?
I'm a pro, just step back and listen. I can't hold a tune.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
This is interesting. Okay. All right. Clear your throat, boys. Here we go.
It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Clears throat. Are we actually going to sing?
Da 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 da.
What happened?
Whoa! Oh!
These flowers are jumping. They look really
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that was a Mondstadt tune. That was Barbara's song. There we go. Okay. Woo.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flowers put up quite a fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Ooh.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Paimon.
Excuse me.
Oh, it's
Are
Ganyu.
you searching for glaze lilies?
Hello.
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face?
Coco Goat.
Paimon can't remember.
Ganyu or Youngu? Ganyu, hello.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name.
Of course.
Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was good.
It sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
It isn't a secret, so perhaps you just assumed we knew. Yeah, that's true. I mean...
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Oh, it's okay.
Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Yeah, I mean, she's not on business
Well,
anymore,
I
right?
met you at that time as an emissary of the
Yeah.
Genshin. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Ah.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it.
Aw.
Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
You mean you shouldn't?
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon
okay.
War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis.
Damn.
It's truly a changing of the guard.
So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Wow.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. He is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing.
Jeez.
This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden.
Zhongli, don't push it, bro.
As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say as an Adeptus?
Wait, hang on.
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins.
Oh!
I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
What?
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
She said she was a mortal, but she's not? Or she is, but she's half? What?
Well, let's save that conversation for another day.
Oh.
You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
I mentioned the horns.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
Thanks.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Aw.
Wow, so you really know your stuff too. Thanks, Ganyu.
Ganyu,
No,
yeah.
it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
Bye.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished.
Ooh.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yes. Zhongli, you seem suited to working in agricultural development.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
Zhongli's
I've had
flower
enough
shop.
ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See?
What a man.
Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all.
What a man.
Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Okay, let's do it. Head back towards Liyue Harbor. Okay, here we are. Is that the Fatui?
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
Huh. Felix? Oh, I just skipped something.
You're
Whoops.
the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city.
Uh-oh.
However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Uh-oh.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Yeah, we can't just stand by and watch.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
The first
Neither
one.
path is an easy one.
I'd say
by the
the
way,
first one.
Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment.
Okay.
Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Wise words.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Child, that ginger guy. You know, Mr. More Money Than Sense. Child.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Follow me, there's only one place he would go. Trying to think, where would he go? The Golden House, of course. Okay, before we go to the Golden House and see what Child is up to, I think we'll leave it there for today, guys. As I said, guys, I think we'll leave it there for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, we will go and see what Child is up to in the Golden House. And hopefully, we'll get to see what Ningguang and the Adepti are doing. It looks like this whole part of the story is going to come to a conclusion very, very soon. So if you have any tips without spoiling anything, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I just quickly want to thank you guys so much for all the support recently. The channel's growing at such a phenomenal rate. We're over 20 20,000 subs, and it blows my mind. The amount of people that are continuously coming back, and just looking at all of the new people coming in and watching the videos. So if you are new and you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's totally up to you. I'm not going to push it, but I do appreciate all of you that decide to stick around. And as always, before we go, I just want to give a massive thank you to the members, who are Captain Jace, Lu O, Hanakori, Huang Li, Velzard, Helen Nix, Sugoi Bakadesu, Loon Arcadia, Vicky F. Simmons, Potato Senpai, Ho, Dreamer Zeke, Taku, Nikuma, D. Chris Wong, Verhal, Nico, Sun, Hamsuki, and a big thank you to our full-on wizard member, who is Sparky007. Thank you guys so much. And of course, a massive thank you to you for watching. I appreciate you as always. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.